Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another Boruto 2 Blue Vortex community response. We're going to be looking at you guys' predictions for Chapter 23 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. And obviously, if you're seeing this video on the 19th, which is when the chapter drops officially on Viz Media's website, their Shonen Jump app as well as the Manga Plus app. I personally like to use the Viz Media app, and that means that the chapter review should be coming out tomorrow based on when we got the leaks. And there's some personal stuff going on with the chapter review editor. It's his birthday today, so we are delayed for a day. So happy birthday to Sangita. Now, I thank you guys in advance for your patience and your support. Again, the review should be out tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at you guys' predictions for the current chapter that we have. And like always, we're going to start over on Patreon. So over on Patreon, we're going to be going with Oh Snaps. And I got the feedback. I'm going to scale back the gameplay that's been in the corner. And I'm going to increase the size of the text on this. That way it's a little easier on mobile, because I've been told that on mobile it's not as easy, but on tablet you guys can read the questions and comments and etc. better. So we're gonna try this now. So looking at Oh Snaps, a longtime patron, says, been another long month, but we are back. Yes, and next month the chapter will be out on the 17th, so we'll be getting spoilers around the 11th or the 12th next month. Just a quick update for you. Now, Oh Snap says, I'm calling Boruto's solo fight against Jura, which doesn't go well. Maybe Mitsuki helps, but I foresee it going tits up, and man, I gotta edit that out because of YouTube. And possibly Kawaki enters the group chat to save Boruto in the last few chapters. I highly doubt Sarda would be up and running since she used up her chakra. Yeah, Sarda's unconscious in this one, and you're right, Kawaki did show up. Mitsuki did want to go, so that's not a bad prediction. Konohamaru basically said, like, hey fam, this ain't happening. We gotta get out of here. This was Boruto's plan. Holy my god. Sorry, I'm almost tempted, man. I'm looking out the window right now. One of my neighbors was running through like in the jogging shorts. I almost put on the jogging shorts and went out my damn self. Yo, I was about to go out there shirtless with the jogging shorts on, man. I ain't lying. And I'm not cutting that out either. All right, let's see. Aokiji the Forsaken Storyteller says, Thirsty Crypto, hashtag Thirsty Crypto. Man, them red shorts look nice though. All right, yo, what's good? With the sneak peek in play, I think Boruto will hold his own but still gets his rear end kicked. I think it's a bit early for Kawaki to show up, but I think there'll be a teaser. Yeah, so Kawaki did show up. He did show up. Absolutely. Kawaki showed up, and that boy got busy, man. That might be, I mean, it's up there. I'm not going to say it's the best entrance, but it's up there. Like, in terms of what we got in Boruto, it's up there. Like, it's neck and neck with Boruto stepping on Code's face in the first chapter. This was good. Like, I meme Kawaki, I meme all characters, but you let Kawaki and Sumire fans tell it, you know, I'm always memeing them, like, whatever. But this was good. Like, this was meme worthy in a good way for Kawaki. So Lord Creo says, it's been a while. Hope things have been going well for you. Yeah, things been going all right, man. Like I said in the spoilers, you know, I got a really big $5,500 bill that I was not too excited about having to pay. But we got that family that's staying in that house completely taken care of. Just downside of owning real estate, man, especially rental real estate. You know, when things break, it breaks. Because people that stay in a property that you own, they don't necessarily take care of it the way that you would. This wasn't their fault. You know, like that heating and air system was from the 2000s. That's a little bit different. I hadn't replaced that heating system since I got it. I've had that house since 2018. And I want to say that system was from 1999 or 2000, so it's an older house. So I knew there was gonna be some problems, but I was hoping to ride it out. So it's one of those things like the air conditioning unit, I replaced that. That's new, but the heating system, that like the way they explained like the coils and everything, the coils went bad and it wasn't allowing the house to properly cool. So that was a nice pretty penny, a very pretty penny. Behind the scenes curtain peeled back. Let's look at what you got to say. As for my prediction, gonna go a bit off the rails because why not? Yeah, why not? To begin with, I think Momoshiki has got to make an appearance. That's definitely next chapter. I feel like we say this every chapter, but it's definitely next chapter. It's the perfect moment to show Jigen that he ain't the only playboy in the house. You mean Jura. I'm hoping you mean Jura. If Jigen came back and I missed it, hashtag what are you reading? With Momoshiki's appearance, he's still gonna want to permanently take over Boruto and snag Kawaki to create that delectable fruit of his, absolutely, but I can see him holding off for the time being. Jura being as strong as he is, I think we're gonna get a bit of the Naruto X Kurama where Momoshiki assists Boruto in battle since he knows Boruto's gonna resist him as much as possible. I don't think we get that right now. Like, I think if Ikimoto, it'll be interesting if he sticks with the folklore that is the foundation for Momoshiki's character. Boruto and Momoshiki should work together, but if you look at the Taro folktales, and even when you look at what Kishimoto did with Kaguya, they do the opposite of the heroes that they're based off of. They're all villains. So, I mean, it'll be interesting. You know, I can see it going either way. I could definitely see it going either way. Like, Ikimoto might want to do the opposite Kishimoto in this regard, but it's also doing the opposite by not having Boruto and Momoshiki work together. So, I'm so excited by this possibility. Let's see. I mean, he's taken this approach before in the Boro fight. So when I hear, I mean, it's a little different, you know, because like in the Boro fight, it's a little different, but it's not. Because like with that one, he had to destroy Boro because Boro was coming after Boruto and Kawaki. So I mean, but Kawaki's not there in the battlefield. That's where it's like a little bit different. Besides, if Boruto dies, so does he. So gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, that's a fair point. I'm not gonna dispute that. That's a fair point. It's not for an actual drawn out battle. I can see him helping enough for him to retreat. As for the cause of his return, I think we may have Kawaki appear, which causes the karmic resonance again, either beginning of the chapter or the end. Yeah, so yeah, like the karmic resonance did happen at the end of the chapter. So you are a semi-good prognosticator. You know, we have to wait for future chapters to see what's going on. Let's see what we got here. Zeko says, what's up, bro? This chapter will be very interesting since we're gonna learn more about Jura. We're gonna learn, gonna have to have the fight between Boruto and Jura. Konohamaru will try to save everyone on the battlefield. Maybe some pages with Kawaki. I don't lose my hope for, yeah, like Momoshiki didn't show up, but you know, Kawaki told him in the chapter, like, hey fam, if Momoshiki takes over, I'm going to kill you, and this time you're staying dead. Sage Kaioken says, Naruto explain, what's good? I am well. Next month, quick announcement. I guess we'll do this now. Quick announcement. We're gonna do a little bit more of the Boruto videos because I'm still waiting on some of the Naruto videos. Like the ones that are on Patreon right now, I don't want to release them, partially because I've not paid the editors that worked on the videos that are on Patreon now, so I don't want to release it without having fully paid. With a couple of guys to edit for me, we have like a handshake deal where I release some of those videos and I pay them at the end of the month. But we'll be getting a little bit more Boruto stuff, partially because I'm waiting for more videos, but also because there's a lot in this chapter. Like I read the chapter and like I immediately came up with 15 discussion topics that I have that are lore based that I really want to talk about. So next month will be a little bit different, you know. So like the stuff like the Uzumaki video that's like 50 minutes long, we'll probably push that back, even though that was something I was waiting for summertime to release. We'll probably push that back. But that's on Patreon right now. Let's see. I predict a battle-heavy chapter. Boruto holding his own, but Jura reveals that he's just playing or testing his power, similar to Himawari fight, and that's what happened. He brings up the battle with Himawari feeling similar, so that did not happen. He gets the better of Boruto, holding up by the throat. That would be gangsta, but he was throwing Boruto around the battlefield like crazy, though. Boruto's karma activates, revealing Kawaki karma active has arrived. So karma was beginning to activate on Boruto. Boruto's trying to suppress it. Kawaki fought Jura in this chapter, so very, very, very good prognostication so far. It's a little off, but not bad, because especially if you're doing this off the sneak peek. Short exchange of words between Kawaki and Jura. Boruto senses the hunting emergence of Momoshiki and flying Raijin away. That could happen. He could get out of there, but I think when you go to, I think it was chapter 15, Boruto said it would take Kawaki with Ishiki's full attack power and himself to take down Jura. So, I mean, I think we might be here for a minute. Jura, feeling agitated, focuses on Kawaki. A confident Kawaki shows off his new power and strength in the next chapter. Yeah, that's the direction that's going. Let's see. Matthew Diaz, another longtime patron and longtime subscriber too. Let's see. Boruto gets a few hits in on Jura, but most likely gets manhandled. He starts thinking he might have to use karma, but the fear of Momoshiki keeps him from doing it. Yeah, okay. That's a good way to interpret that. Konohamaru manages to get away with the others and the Thorn Soul Ball, so it won't be taken by Jura in the future. Ooh, because Aurea did take Yodo's body to try and save Shinki. So maybe. That'll be interesting, especially like if Matsuri marks something and we got the new visual in Kashin Koji. Maybe you might be on to something. Let's see. Boruto is close to being killed by Jura when Kawaki says while Kodiro's theme is playing, and he goes, "Well, I'm taking the heart away for that one." Yo, I swear to God, right? Like when Cody wins King of the Ring, because it's gonna happen, I would love if Sami Zayn won it, because Sami needs it more. But I get it. They're trying to beef up Cody's WWE resume. Quick rant for a second. They're trying to beef up Cody's WWE resume for like the return. And so that'll be like another notch on the belt, and it'll give him the chance to compete for the title, win it, become a multi-time world champion, boost the Hall of Fame resume up more, because, you know, the Intercontinental title and like it was like 200 days that he had the Intercontinental title, like in 2009 or something, and multi-time Intercontinental champion, multi-time tag team champion. He's got like a borderline Hall of Fame resume. This will kind of push it over. But like, I hope Seth Rollins like cashes in. I hope like Seth comes in and like Cody gets his revenge. He pins Cena, and then Seth cashes in, curb stomps him, pins him, takes the title, and then Roman just spears Seth right after the fact. Like, I think Roman's probably going to stop Seth from pulling off the heist of the century, because like, we're definitely building towards a Roman versus Seth for Mania 42. It's happening. But I would so pop, though. I would so pop. And, you know, it'd be hard times. It'd be hard times. You know, we've been over this. I don't feel like Mania 40, the build of that, like, you know, oh my God, he got stuck with Judgment. That was bad booking. That ain't hard times. You know, Rock whooping his ass for 6 weeks ain't enough to make up for the rest of that stuff. So, you know, it's like, I don't care about what happened outside WWE. It's what happens in WWE that matters. But I would be okay with, like, that would be like 2011 or 2012 John Cena, where it's like close but no cookie, and it'll make him a bigger star after the fact. Because, I mean, he's got potential to be the biggest babyface in the company. So, yeah, but you get no heart. All right, now getting back to it, though. So, Benito DeCouch says, I always, anytime I say that name, I always think I'm going to mess it up. I might mess it up, you know, give my track record. Hey, Naruto, explain another month, another interesting chapter on the way. Honestly, when it comes to chapter 23, I believe Boruto has another trump card that hasn't been revealed yet, beside Momoshiki taking over. Let me explain. Okay, in the anime, I remember Boruto using this Jogan when Mitsuki and Class Rep was beefing. That's like episode 12 or 13. It might have been 11. Because like I think the fight itself was episode 13. I think like at the end of It might be like the end of 12 and then the fights in 13. Anyway, let me see. So having in mind that he wouldn't ever let Momoshiki take over again, I believe he'll use the Jogan, and we can't prove whether he's trained or learned to use it or not. Momoshiki is the last resort in my opinion. Kawaki might show up and sneak attack Jura and the battle will intensify. We might get some bombshells revealed by Amado or Kashin Koji. Possible. We did get bombshells like Kashin Koji. Can't control 10 directions. We will also see at least Shinki return and play a crucial role in this arc. Oh, I thought you were gonna say this chapter. I was like, dude, that's too much for a chapter. Konohamaru might get intercepted by either Bug Shinji or any to retrieve Matsui Thorn Soul Bulb. Here's a question for you, G. All right, let's see what you got. Do you think Sarada stands a chance with her Ohirume against Jura? Or can he absorb it as well? And Damon also been looking forward to which abilities he can reflect, LOL. That's it for me. Thanks. I mean, as long as Damon is making contact, I mean, any intent is reflected. So, like if he's hugging Ada and his hands on Ada and Sarada tries to use that, it get reflected. So that's that. With Jura, I wouldn't scale Sarada with Ohirume and Mangekyo Sharingan to Jura yet. I wouldn't do it. Jura, like him fighting Kawaki right now, you know, let's say Kawaki and Boruto exactly the same power level. You know, right now I think Kawaki's above Boruto, just on the fact that he's got his limiters removed seemingly, and he's got the Karma Seal. But let's say they were the exact same power level, Kawaki is a better matchup, and that's why like the Jigen stuff like really pissed me off when people said that, oh my god, they're nerfed. Like, it's called being a hard counter, and Kawaki isn't necessarily a hard counter to Jura, but he has more hacks with his Sukuna Hikona and Daiko Kuden that allow him to match up better against Jura than Boruto did. Boruto isn't doing like, say, Flying Raijin Gaiden Thunder, where he can teleport away Bijudama. Kawaki can store them inside of the Kokugan's Daiko Kuden and just redirect them at Jura when he least expects them. He can shrink them. Like, Kawaki has a few things that makes this fight interesting. So I wouldn't put Sarada there right now, but I do think that we'll see Sarada mix it up at some point. Let's see. Maybe with Hidari, but let's see. And this time beat Hidari. Tommy Bunny Bread, what's up? This is the glorious Filler King. If you're in the Patreon Discord server, you get why I call Tommy Bunny Bread that. Let's see. Boruto gets a bit in against Jura to make us think he has hope when Jura wrecks him and Momoshiki takes over. Close. It was Kawaki. Very, very close. Let's see what we got over here on YouTube. Let's see. Butters ID says the reason Jura grabbed Boruto is to stop him from teleporting away. During that, he ends up sensing Momoshiki inside Boruto. Kawaki ends up showing up, sees Boruto's being held and tries to help free Boruto, but Jura is too strong, and Kawaki ends up using Karma, which in turn causes Boruto's Karma to resonate and forces Boruto's Karma out, which in turn brings out Momoshiki. Chapter ends on the cliffhanger. So yeah. We got an extended battle with Boruto and Kashin Koji, Boruto and Jura. Kawaki did show up, and the Karma Seal on Boruto looks like it's beginning to spread. So close. Again, these are not bad because, again, you guys are having to go off of just like the sneak peek. You know, it's so much fun to go through and read the predictions, you know, when the chapter's like fully leaked out, and see how close you guys got. Let's see. DK, Boy, Kai, Boya, got Bob. Who wants to Borushiki versus Jura battle? Yeah, we want that battle. Think we're going to get it at some point, too. Let's see. Emmanuel Gimby 6967 says Inari comes in with this mother troll. I'm pinning this. That's a good comment. Can you imagine if like Inari showed up and like beat Jura with a with an arrow or did damage? All of a sudden, like the power scale community, like that arrow was definitely 7 septillions moving times the speed of light at a full picosecond and it moved at the quadratic axis of the whatever star of the 6 pixel, carry the 2 minus the 1, like they would be having a fit trying to justify this. All right, let's see. Sometimes you just gotta take, you gotta take it as you take it, man. Like, I'm not scaling Master Roshi and Dragon Ball Super's manga relative to base Jura, Jiren. It's like, okay, he's skilled, he read his moves, but like, whatever. Like, sometimes you take it and you roll with it, unless you get more data. Like, if it's consistently happening, like if it's an extended sequence, you don't take it as a one-off. Like, it's sometimes, it's just good to be a fan and just sit back and enjoy the content. Let's see. No Captoon 8975. Let's see. Please give us Momoshiki that someone step to the story, singing actual Suzuki reaction to the Shin. That's gonna be so funny. Like the way Boruto dropped those hard R's on Jura. Can you imagine the racist stuff that Momoshiki's gonna say? Somewhere Toby Rama is looking at Ninja having like, oh, this dude is gonna be so racist. I might have to edit that out because like YouTube, like YouTube might look at this like, you used a racial slur. Like, man, I hate how sensitive I have to be on YouTube, man. Like, you guys be asking, like, how come you don't live stream? Because I will mess around and say something that will get my channel community guidelines strike. I have no filter. Oh, man, dude. That's like the one drawback I hate on YouTube, man. Let's see. Kami Dadan says, Boruto's coma gets activated. High chance of Momo appearing. Also in chapter 23 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, Karma, the cover is Boruto and KK. What? Boruto and Kawaki? Or Kashin Koji? Gives me hope we'll see something interesting since we're on 23. So we did see Karma in this chapter. That's a nice callback if that was intentional by Ikimoto. That might have been accidental brilliance, but it might be intentional. That's a good callback. I like that. Let's see. Fallen Warrior 1935 says 20 pages of flashbacks, 15 pages of talk, 5 pages of a fight, and a cliffhanger at the end. Yeah, that the day we get 20 pages of flashbacks from Ikimoto is the day that I donate to charity. Like, I don't think we'll ever see that. I think like the most we'll ever see is like 5 or 6 pages. I want to say chapter 13 might have been longer now I'm thinking about it. I'd have to actually pull up chapter 13 where we had like the flashback of Boruto meeting Kashin Koji. So that might be something to consider, but yeah, not this chapter though. Bruh. Mr. Blightside says Momoshiki summons Dark Magician, but Jura has the mirror force down on the bruh. And the reason I'm doing that is like I've been getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I played like the cards when I was younger. Used to like the deck building stuff. And I started Yu-Gi-Oh! Chapter 0. 2015. I got like 4 chapters in. I dropped it. Knockout wasn't interested. I just had a bunch of stuff I was reading at the time. But I've been going back and reading that. And boy, is that dark. Like, oh, Yami Yugi was a menace. But I said to say, like, I've been watching some Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff on my personal YouTube channel. And not Naruto Explained, my personal account. But I don't watch a lot of anime content. For a second, when I saw that comment, I was like, dude, this is spooky that YouTube realized I was getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! But speaking of that, I think one of my subs and one of my patrons, Chris, so it's Cyberpunk Chris, because he does Naruto content. Yeah, Cyberpunk Chris. He does Naruto content, but he's also done some Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. Let's see. Anonym 4136 says, let's see. Next chapter and further. Oh, you going for balls on this one. All right, let's see. Knowing how they work, we probably get Kawaki joining on the battlefield at the end. That was correct. Boruto's going to lose badly. Maybe by default, the Jogan pops up, which surprises Ada and Koji. So Boruto did lose badly. When Kawaki joins, Boruto sees room to flee via Kashin Koji in a chat. That wasn't bad. Boruto stuck around though. Let's see, prediction after. Then Boruto's gonna learn about the power of the eye. Kashin Koji tells him there's one weakness for Jura, which is the Jogan, and they expand on that. Somewhere the anime writers are loving you right now, because one of the animators talked about it. I stand by it. I don't think we're gonna see a Boruto anime until 2027, but one of the writers talked about the fact that like the way that Boruto 2 Blue Vortex is written, there's not really a lot of room for anime canon, and I'm fine with it. You know, again, like I would be okay if they did what Demon Slayer did. They adapt 4 or 5 pages, and then the rest of the episode is building on top of that 4 or 5 pages, adding new material that the mangaka writes. And then we go right back to the manga canon next episode. No more anime original arcs. And the way that Ikimoto is doing 2 Blue Vortex with the pacing, he ain't left a lot of room for filler. And I think that's the route to go. Because filler, anime canon, that type of stuff, that's a model from decades ago. That worked in the 90s and the 2000s and the 2010s. Fans now just want to get right into the story. You look at all like the most popular anime that are out right now, what they all have in common, they follow the manga. So, and that would be like a turn on for me. I would be more inclined to watch a lot more anime if more of them took that stance. And a lot of them are. That's part of why I prefer manga over anime, because it's like, dude, I don't want this random stuff and random characters popping up like Dinky and Awabe, who you don't even see drawn in the manga. Let's see. Naruto Pal says Kawaki cliffhangers here. You're right. Let's see. Jediah. I'm going to butcher last name, so I'm just going to call you Bob 1000. Let's see. Maybe Kakashi can be revealed in the next chapter. Man, if Ikimoto trolled us, because he said like in 2017, like, yeah, you know, Kakashi's a very popular character. He hasn't popped up for a reason. It'll be a spoiler. And then we never see Kakashi. That'd be the biggest troll move. That'd be up there like with Kishimoto promising, like he was like, you know, we're going to get the year of Kakashi, which we did get. But then he was like, you know, I also have this really big plan for Sakura. And we never got it in the manga. And like the plan he had ended up being the Naruto Shippuden movie Road to the Ninja. That was something he wanted to do for the manga. He ended up doing the storyboards for the movie. And that movie was basically ideas that he wanted to do for manga stuff that we never got explored. So it's like, dude, like if Ikimoto pulls something like that, I'd be like master, like student. And you know, I wouldn't put it past him, you know, because I got to dig it up. But like I remember one of the things Kishimoto talked about when Naruto was weekly, Ikimoto was his background assistant and his lead assistant in general. And they're coming up on a deadline. Like Kishimoto is very much Naruto. Like Naruto is based off of his character and like his personality. And they are working on a very tight deadline. And Ikimoto fell asleep. So what Kishimoto did, they were working on this big spread with shadow clones. And what this dude did is he finished the spread himself. And then while Ikimoto was asleep, he put up a half-finished thing. And so when the guy woke up, he was like, oh my God, we're not going to make the deadline. We didn't finish. We fell asleep. He'd already faxed in the rest and he had the dude drawing and freaking. Like that's some stuff I would do, man. Like this dude's my spirit animal. All right, so we're gonna do a couple more and then we're gonna get out of here for this one. Let's see. Darlo. Okay, Dariola. I'm going to call you Felicia because I'm looking at the Black Cat poster that I have framed on the wall. So Felicia 6588, Felicia Hardy. Not really a theory, but I wonder what will happen with Sarada and her EMS. I hope it take the route of Itachi and she has to use it at, you mean her Mangekyo, has to use it at certain times but eventually go blind from it. Even from that one eye Sasuke could possibly give her, losing at least one eye. It will be a nice touch in keeping the dark vibe with Boruto so far. So I've done a video on that. Just type in Sarada Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan on the search bar of the channel. So like when you look at the channel tabs like home and videos, shorts, community, etc., podcasts, there's a search tab. Type that in. You can see my thoughts on that. Let's see. Mark 8954 says prediction is just a continuation of the Boruto versus Jura fight chapter, ending with Boruto on the ropes and Sarda wakes up. So it was Kawaki who showed up. Very good prediction. I'll say there's a random Hidari appearance to spice things up. And there was a random Hidari appearance because Hidari was shown in one of the new visions that Kashin Koji saw for the future. So that's going to be it for the community response. We had a very, very good community response this time off. Again, the chapter reviews should be out tomorrow. It's the editor's birthday, so we're delayed by a day because my man is completely turned up and it's very much well deserved. So I thank you guys for your patience and for your support.